This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Australian Idol. It premieres Sunday. Well, it doesn't premiere. It's back. Channel 7 on Sunday night. But you know what? Channel 7 don't own this lady. We do. Because she's part of our family. You can catch her every day from 4 o'clock. Ricki-Lee, Tim and Joel. Ricki-Lee, welcome!
Hi, friends.
I mean, where do you want to start?
Wherever you would like to start.
I would like to start on food.
Okay.
I would like to start on your commitment to food.
Of course he does.
And do you know why I want to start on that? Because it's our commitment to food.
It is a real deep commitment, a deep love. I think it's my first love.
Your social media over your trip, you went to the US, it's just meal after meal.
Yeah.
Can I show you something I've done?
Sure.
This is called seafood linguistic.
What is that?
It's in my notes where I take photos of all the seafood linguinis I've eaten. And you can see. Haven't I shown you this?
Do you share that anywhere, or is it just for you?
No,
to
just for me.
When you roll over at night in bed and you're just drooling on your pillow, that's what you're looking at.
And then I write down what the meal was, where I had it, and then I put the link in.
Do you ever order anything else, or is that your thing?
Seafood linguine and an Aperol
I'm a bit like that.
Please.
I'm an amatriciana, but I'm one of those girls. But my whole trip was based around food. This was my schedule for the New York trip.
Oh my God, you've actually got a food schedule.
Full schedule. Everything was based around food. Lunch, dinner, bars, made my reservations months in advance.
Are you the female equivalent of Anthony Bourdain? Could you see yourself doing a show around the world, Ricky?
I would love that. I love food. I love great bars. I like finding interesting little spots. Really, it's just everything's around the food.
How was crashing back to reality and Earth and getting back into the studio with your other two boyfriends?
Oh, I thought you meant life. Getting back into real life was boring. Like cooking chicken breasts is the worst.
Yeah.
That makes me want to die. But being back with my two boyfriends is wonderful.
Let's talk Idol.
Yes.
Are you telling me we have more talent in this country?
We do.
That we need to promote and find?
We do. We should always be celebrating our young and even not so young, up-and-coming Aussie talent. We have so much. We have such a huge country. And what I always find, like we've got, there's 16-year-olds on this year that weren't even born when I was on the show.
I get it.
Absolutely kills my soul.
No.
I'm like, babes, I'd released 3 albums by the time you were born.
You were just
Ricky,
an itch in the old man's pants.
Do you get young people coming up to you going, I remember you on Australian Idol, and then you ask them, well, how old were you when I was on Australian Idol? And it makes you feel really bad. Yeah.
No, I've learnt to not generally ask follow-up questions when someone says something like that, because I'll just move on. I'll accept it and I'll move on.
Do you know what I think is the most rewarding is when you see somebody that comes on the show and then they'll sing and then the judges will go, hang on a minute, we remember you from last year.
Yeah.
And the fact that one of the judges would have said, you know what, you've got it, but it needs work.
Yeah.
Keep going, come back a year later.
Sometimes people just aren't ready.
Yeah.
Like I auditioned for the very first season and I didn't make it through. And I came back for the second season and made it through. I think there's just sometimes you're not ready, and it's really hard because I'm waiting at the door when they come out and their hearts are broken because they've been waiting all day. They've been, working up to this moment and they've built it up to this huge thing and they're great but just not ready. And that's such a hard thing to take because you're like, well, if I'm great, why can't you just give me a chance?
And it's their dream.
And it's their dream and their journey and their passion. But no, it's amazing to see how much incredible talent we have. And this year we say it every year and it sounds like you're making it up, but it really is amazing.
I love that.
Really, the talent's so good. It's next level this year. I can't wait for everyone to see all of these singers and fall in love with them the way that I have. And I get weirdly attached to them too.
Oh, do you?
I feel like their mum. I self-appoint myself as their stage
I can
mum.
look after you.
Idol host / therapist, Ricki-Lee. You will see her Sunday night on Channel 7. But you know what? Every day, like I said, she's part of our family. 4 o'clock, Ricki-Lee, Tim and Joel. Thank you very much for coming in, Rick.
Thanks, friends. Good to see you.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.